November is American Diabetes Month, and with the holiday season just around the corner, this month's theme is a diabetic-friendly holiday season. Our topic this week, yoga for digestion. Let's do this. I'm Dani Lebovitz, a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and fitness enthusiast who loves to eat. Welcome to Dani's Delicious Dish, where we get serious about food, fitness, and living better. Food brings people together, it nourishes our bodies, and influences how we learn, grow, and heal. We're going to take you from the classroom, to the gym, to the market, to the kitchen. Even though this month's theme is a diabetic-friendly holiday, the holidays leave us all feeling bloated and overly full. So today, Kayley's here to teach us some moves to improve our digestion.
Thanks, Dani. So if you're like me and probably like Dani, you love food, which means sometimes you might overindulge, and that's okay. We can use yoga to get that healthy balance and aid our digestive process. So I'm going to take Dani through a gentle yoga sequence that you can follow along with at home that will help improve your digestion. So to start, we're going to come onto our back here. So just lay down flat, feel the whole back, press firmly into the mat. And then just start to draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a gentle hug, maybe even rock side to side. Feel that low back, press firmly into the mat here, give yourself a little relief. And so what this is doing is kind of stimulating the colon, getting the digestive juices working. And then from here, coming to a moment of stillness, we'll just take our arms out into about 90 degrees, palms facing up. This is just going to expand the chest a little bit, draw some oxygen to the body, and then start to shift the hips over towards the right side of your mat. And then start to drop the knees over to the left. So we're taking a gentle supine twist. If you want a little bit more intensity, we can take this top hand and draw it to the right thigh and just press down. Give yourself a little bit of a push here. And if you want to even seal the twist all the way through the crown of the head, we're going to just turn the head over towards the right, so the opposite direction of our knees here. And so here in this gentle twist, we're not doing anything too crazy. It's pretty accessible for most people, but we're starting to massage the internal organs. So think about it like wringing a wet towel, right? So we wring out all of the waste, all of the toxins, and then you just allow all the juices and blood to flow back in once you unwind from the twist. So we'll go ahead and do that. Start to draw the back flat onto the mat, the knees back up into this air. Shift the hips so we're back to a neutral spine, and then draw the hips over towards the left, opposite side, drop the knees over towards the right. And again, take whatever variation, a little bit more of intensity that you want here. Kind of do what feels good with the body. So we're still breathing like we do in our normal yoga practice, in and out the nose. Sometimes the twist makes the breathing a little bit constricted, so we want to be mindful about moving oxygen through the body here. And when we're done on this side, again, once more, just draw the knees up towards the ceiling, shift the hips back to a neutral spine, and then we're going to go ahead and drop the feet down to the earth. So the soles of the feet come to the mat, and we'll walk the heels as close to the sit bones as we can. Take the feet about hip distance apart. So picture about 2 fists in between the feet here. Take the hands and allow the palms to come flat here onto the mat so that the arms extend on either side of the body. And we're pressing the hands, pressing the feet, and pressing the shoulders here into the mat. We're going to come into a bridge pose. So on an inhale, Dani's going to start to lift her hips up towards the ceiling. Nice. And start to open up and expand here through the abdomen. And what this is doing is drawing all the blood flow, all the nutrient flow back towards the abdomen here, and even giving the heart a little bit of a rest as we're kind of in an inversion. If this is too active of a pose for you, we can take a block and slide it under the sacrum, and you can go ahead and rest there, take a supported variation. But we're inhaling through the nose, keeping the gaze forward up towards the ceiling, and maybe even if you want to just add a little bit of a chest opener, we can roll onto the outer edges of the shoulders and interlace the hands between or underneath the low back, and then press the hands into the mat. And just stay here for about 5 breaths or so. Really let the oxygen move up and down the body. And then when you're done with this, go ahead and come back off the shoulders and slowly drop the spine down, the whole back down, and hug the knees into the chest. And you have 2 options. We can roll onto one side, we're going to press ourselves up to seated, or we can rock forward, use a little bit of momentum. All depends on how we feel in our body. Maybe we're feeling a little sluggish from that bloated feeling. So from here, we're going to take a deeper twist, right? Dani's going to extend her left leg out straight and draw the right heel close in towards her hips. So this is the first variation. If you want a little more, we can go ahead and take that right leg, that right foot, and cross it over the left thigh and press the sole of that right foot down into the mat. Take the right hand behind the middle of the back here onto the ground and inhale, reach the left arm up. As we exhale, you're either gonna hug the right knee with the left hand or hook the left elbow onto the outside of that right thigh, nice. And that's just gonna give you a gentle twist. And as we inhale, start to twist open, allow the gaze to fall over that right shoulder. So in these twists, it's really important to pay attention to the breath, just like I said. So your diaphragm is a little constricted here. And so we use the breath to guide us deeper into the pose. As we inhale, we wanna maintain a nice long spine. So think about like a string pulling you up through the crown of the head on each inhale. And as we exhale, we use that release of oxygen to allow us to turn deeper, to twist deeper, and maybe even to just massage through the internal organs a little bit more. So once again, 5 breaths is a really good time to stay here into this pose. So whenever you're done, we can just start to exhale, look forward first, and then start to unwind the torso and take the other side. So we'll take the left knee, draw the heel close in towards the sit bones, or cross the ankle, cross the leg over that right leg. And then find your variation once more. Still trying to stay nice and tall. So if you look at Dani's spine, it's still in that nice neutral alignment here, right? So we want to protect the spine as we're allowing it to become a little bit more supple here with this twisting posture. So once again, breathing into the pose, breathing into the depth, and then allowing yourself to come out of it when you're done. And so for our final pose, just to close out this sequence, Dani's gonna swing her knees around and come on to her shins, draw the big toes together, and start to come into child's pose. So go ahead and walk your hands out away from the knees, maybe even take the knees out wide to allow your abdomen, your torso to sink further down into the mat. And just coming back to the breath, taking a moment to close out the sequence, and even starting to kind of reverse that knees to chest pose we did in the beginning. So it's a little, using gravity a little bit more here to get us deeper into that pose. And then whenever we're done, just slowly start to walk the hands back in towards the knees, sit on up, find yourself a comfortable seat, maybe take a few breaths, and then go on with your day. Digestion is a central component to your overall well-being, and now you have some yoga tools to help aid your digestive health. As always, thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Ease your digestion and relieve tummy aches this holiday season with yoga. I'm Dani the dietitian. Till next time, live deliciously.